What's it going to be?
All right, after the gold, we've got a Invicta skeleton crystal watch. Interesting story on this watch.
Okay.
Sold for $500 with one bid, but this is the one the guy.
Yeah, you told me. Yeah.
The guy won it from a casino.
Yep.
And it had a $1,900 retail price on it. And when he went to do his taxes, they gave him a form where he had to claim that they gave him $1,600 for this watch. So I felt kind of bad for the guy because it's like, well, it's only going to sell for $500, but you got to pay taxes on $1,600.
Yep.
But you said that you had a way around that.
Yeah, there is. If you win at a casino, they give you these little cards. Always get one of those little cards, even if you don't go very much. Remember, he said, I'm going to get a card?
Yeah, that keeps track of what games you're playing and stuff.
And like I won, I'm not a big bettor. I just like to go. I like to eat at the buffet. You can tell by looking at me, I like to eat. But they've got a win-loss statement. And I'll guarantee you, even if you won $4,000, $5,000, $10,000, you're going to lose overall. Right. Because when you press it for like $1 and you win 40 cents, that's considered a win. The 60 cents is a loss, though.
So there's your tip of the week. If you're going to the casino and you win any prizes, make sure you get a card to keep track of your losses so you don't have to pay taxes on those prizes. But in any case, the guy was, we're lucky to sell that watch for $500. Honestly, that's the top seller in 90 days for that kind of watch. Now this was a surprise. This, to me, when the lady brought it in, it looks like a bunch of old telephones.
Well, they are old telephones.
And they're not
too old.
Fancy looking.
No.
But apparently this BizPhone, B-I-Z-F-O-N, if you ever see those, they're worth $500 for, a bunch of, what do we have, 9 old phones and a phone switch.
Wow, how much?
$500.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have gave $50 at a garage sale for those if I would have seen them.
How many bids?
It had 2 bids. They are actually both from the same guy, and we started it out at $500. So apparently he was willing to pay more, but nobody tried to outbid him.
I'm still looking for that Lisa computer. Remember, he
Yeah,
still got that in the back of my mind.
Yeah,
isn't that funny? I can't forget it. I keep looking too.
Now this was a surprise, and the guy brought this in. I thought it was an old-time laser printer. But we looked up the model number, this 3080C2, and it's actually a scanner. It scans in color documents. So
wow.
You could put a whole stack of them in there and it'll scan it in and make you a big PDF file.
What'd that sell for?
$373 with 4 bids. Not bad for an old scanner. Problem with those though is you don't know if they work. If you find them when you're picking.
That's right.
You gotta assume that they're parts because they might not work. But that particular one, even if it's parts, does a couple hundred. And number 5 here is some high-end bike rims. They're called Spin, S-P-I-N. They're very lightweight. If you lift them up, you'll know they're light.
Use those for tricks, don't they?
I think these are, honestly I don't know, but I think they're for serious bikers that go the distance, for like road bikes. But they got, we started them out at $200. They got bids from France, United States, Australia, and it ended up going to somebody on the West Coast.
Wow.
$370. I think he's in Oregon actually.
Looks like 2 steering wheels.
Man, they're just big old triple bike rims. You're probably not going to find too many of them, but you never know. Now, we already did our 5, but I'm going to just show you this one. This was a surprise.
What is it?
Sterling silver ring.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty. But
turquoise?
We called it jade.
Yeah, could be jade.
Surprised to see $357 on a ring.
Do you have any marks on it?
It said Taxco, T-A-X-C-O.
That's Mexico. They're the ones that make the stuff for Tiffany's now.
So why would this ring be worth that much money? I really don't know. $980 Taxco. I mean, it's sterling silver, but it was less than an ounce of silver.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, isn't it?
I really can't tell you unless it was emotional and they really liked how this ring looked.
Well, how many bids were on it?
Lots. 36 bids. We started it out at $25.
Jesus.
It does look like there was one bidder heavily bidding it up to $127, but then other people took it over.
I think that they're making stuff for Tiffany's. I'm just about positive. I've had a lot of that in my time. I didn't know it was that good.
Yeah, I'd be real curious to find out why this ring did so good. Looking at it a little closer, though, it looks like this is a hand. Doesn't that look like a hand holding something?
Could be.
I don't know. Maybe that's significant. It looks like there's one hand holding something here. And
To me, it looks like tulips.
Yeah, that's what I first saw until I looked at it a little closer. I don't know. For whatever reason.
But whatever it is, it's sold. That's all that counts.
Yeah, I can't tell you why, but they sold and they paid for it. All right, so that ends our top 5 of the week. If you guys are interested in doing this kind of research yourself, there's a link right at the bottom of this video where you can get a TerraPeak subscription for only $9.99. Just click it. It's right in the YouTube description. And if you got any comments, please leave them at the end of this video. We're always interested to hear what you got to say.
Give us some input.
Thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy.